Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing today? Happy Thursday. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday, guys. Bitcoin is chilling, 112, 320 even. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. I'm kind of excited. I'm excited. I feel like I haven't streamed in a long time. It's only been like 23 hours, but hey, what's going on, guys? Okay. Bitcoin 112, 323.99. We are perfectly holding right now the old all-time high. So we'll have to see obviously what happens at the daily close and after the daily close. Right now it's looking a little dicey for Bitcoin and especially for altcoins. Bitcoin dominance still struggling though. What's nice is we got hard rejection off of 60 yesterday, and now it seems like it's doing that rejection thing, and then it's just going to kind of go and slump over. If we break below 59, it might get really spicy. Obviously, 50 is going to be the biggest point for alt season, I assume. But once we start losing critical levels, 60 was a big one. We hadn't been below 60 since, oh geez, since when? February? Yeah, we broke above 60 in February. So since January. And that was like bear market stuff, so it was I don't know. different time for sure. Bitcoin down 1.7% on the day. Let's go refresh our liquidation heat map, see where we're at. Make sure you guys smash the like button on your way in. Helps out the channel quite a bit. What's going on here? I feel like I've lost my mojo. I don't know how to stream anymore. Okay. So we got 23 mil sitting at 111,958. And then we got, oops. I guess I'll go right down here to like the chunk of the cloud. 58, I'll go 19, 110, 792. And then we got a pretty big cloud up here, 113, 207. And dude, TradingView is shoving ads like up my butt. 114, 706. And it's driving me crazy. I had ad block on, and I keep getting the pop-ups. They're like, ad block detected. So I can either get the ads or I can get the ad block detected window. I guess the ads are less invasive, so I guess I should just keep it off. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. I'm not paying for TradingView. I refuse. Mr. Roberts said, yo, what's going on, Mr. Roberts? Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, what's up? Also disgusting with these markets lately. It happens. It happens every few weeks. We got, I mean, you could just look back on the chart. You get a little pumpy, we got a little dumpy. Little pumpy, little dumpy. Little pumpy, little dumpy. Sometimes it takes a long time, sometimes it's pretty quick. Tishu said, or use Brave. I'm pretty sure it would detect it through Brave as well. I'll try it out. I will try out Brave. Let's see if I can integrate it into the stream. Chewy said, I'm laid out, bro. Stay up one day, dump the next. Which is it? What? Both. Depends on your time frame. ETH is down 2.35% on the day. We're still riding our lower trend line, which is cool. If we do lose that, probably looking for 4K. We still have not retested 4K. Tishu said, no, I use Brave. Okay, so here's my thing. I mentioned it yesterday. I was getting that little pop-up on TradingView on my laptop, but I was not getting it on my desktop. Today I got it on my desktop. So I'm assuming right now they're probably coming for Brave next. I don't know what the difference was. They're like slowly going through all the devices. I don't even know if that's how it works. That's just how it played out. It was kind of creepy. Tom Selleck said Coinbase CIO Eric Peters says the whole financial system is going to move to ETH as a foundational layer. Wow. Cool. So yeah, ETH is looking good right now. If we wanted to try to make a bullish case, I could try to sell you on a inverse head and shoulder. That'd be kind of cool. We'll see what happens. An inverse middle finger even. RSI, not much going on with the RSI, and your momentum wave is sitting right in the middle. The seasonal chart is interesting for ETH in particular. For Bitcoin, it's kind of boring. Like it just kind of lines up with everything else. Bitcoin looks like doo-doo until like October. So I don't expect much out of Bitcoin, but ETH, it depends on the year. 2020 and 2021, ETH was grinding up already. Like the entire year, pretty much. So I would not be surprised to see ETH start to outperform, which lines up with alt season and what we've been seeing. As of right now, though, you know, Bitcoin's only down 1.71% and ETH is down 2.4%. So, oh my gosh, I shut the ad blocker off. What are you talking about? Now I'm being gaslit. It's ridiculous, man. Go to help about Brave to check for updates. I'm not on Brave right now. I'll do it later. I think I have to refresh. Am I allowed to do that? Yeah, right? Okay. I like that it just takes me straight to SNEK. Okay. Sol is down 3.89% on the day. Dancing around 184. We're sitting at 180 right now. I would love to hold it. Probably not going to. We never got a retrace down to 172. So let's see if we hit that. That's, I guess, what I would be looking for next is 172. Strictly based on whatever our retrace target was. Probably from rejecting this twice. But worst case scenario, 167. And bottom of the barrel, we're pulling back quite a bit scenario. Probably looking for like 150, 155. We'll see. Total 3 is down 2.15%. Now I'm saying these as targets for a continued bearish scenario. Obviously, if we're bullish, we're going to break 184 and hopefully 200. But right now, everyone's a little bearish. We got Powell speaking at Jackson Hole tomorrow. The poly market bets are decreasing the probability of a rate cut this year, which is kind of what I feel like everyone was pricing in. So the market was here. We priced in a rate cut, and now that rate cut probability has decreased. If Powell's hawkish tomorrow, we're going to probably unprice in a rate cut for the remainder of the year, which does line up with the 2026 bull market theory. But again, that also kind of leans heavily into the this time is different scenario. And I don't want to try to sell that concept because that is a dangerous concept to sell. That is how people get wrecked. Tisha said, I know you're not a Brave right now. A tip for your issue when you said you still see ads. I never said I still see ads on Brave. I said they're probably coming for Brave next with the stupid little pop-up on TradingView. Tom Selleck said sentiment is dog poop also. Everyone's got sand in their vag on Twitter. Oh yeah, it's been like that for like a week. The second we rejected from Bitcoin's all-time high, this candle right here, it was over. Everyone was like, it's over. And then right here, they're like, we're so back. It's over. So back, over, back, over, back, over, back, over. This, we're probably back even in this candle. We're so back. We bottomed. That's how quick sentiment literally changes like that. Teach you. I know. I'm saying they're coming for Brave. Floodband said, does JYAI look strong or manipulated? I feel like manipulated is a dangerous word. Particularly because that's the easiest way for me to deny any skills, I guess I would call it. Strong or manipulated? Oh, to the upside? I don't know, actually. That's a good question. What's crazy is it is kind of recoupling back to the fractal. I wouldn't call it manipulated. Somebody with a large sum of money bought some, and there was not enough liquidity. There's probably a sell order at that high number, and it spiked. What is the volume? Volume. 348K? Ooh, okay, so I don't know then. There's a decent chunk of volume. So, but I mean, it's done this in the past. It's not like anything new. It's done it right here. Done it right here. You got a big candle right there. Yeah, this is nothing new. You get big fat green candles all the time. Tishu said, why do you assume they're coming for Brave? Because you see ads on your shit. Exactly. Exactly. That is 100%. That is the only reason. All right, let's go check REI really quick. You know, normally I would be offended at that because I'm a brand loyalist, but dude, Chrome has been such trash for like over a year now, and it like sucks up so much life out of the processor. It's ridiculous. So I probably should just bite the bullet and switch to Brave, but I don't know. People don't like change. I'm one of those people. Tom Selleck Scout said, teach you high, man? Crypto Spaces said, Pengu to $1. I need that win. 1 million Pengu and a dream. Oh my gosh. Woo. My head hurts a little bit. REI, you broke below 9. You're currently heading towards 7,454. These are your support zones. If you break below 5,556, it's going to get pretty dicey. There's not a lot of support below that. So, I guess that's decent, but there's really only like 2 or 3 points of confluence there. Yeah, this thing's it's falling, and it's falling rapidly, unfortunately. It went up fast, fell down fast, went up slow, and it's falling down fast. So, just be careful. Brave is based on Chromium still. Yeah, I think most of them are now, which is nice. I don't know what that means, honestly. It's like the skeletal structure, I guess I would assume. But every time I assume something, I get in trouble. Mikey Odin said, man, today's Bitcoin chart looks weird. Weird price action. I actually kind of agree. I do. I don't want to be that guy. Everyone's saying that the market's 4-year cycle is like no longer a thing, and I kind of want to lean towards that, but again, that again leans a little too heavily towards the this time is different argument, and that is a dangerous argument. That is a dangerous thought process to be in. Crypto Spaces said tomorrow Powell will be dovish. I don't think so. They're bugging me because they said in their last bullcrap meeting minutes they just got released. They're like, we're paying more attention to inflation. Inflation is what matters more than jobs, which is the biggest 360 we've seen from them ever. He's been saying this entire time, jobs are strong, so we can stay higher for longer. Now, suddenly, now that jobs have been revised to look like crap for the past, 6 months, now suddenly they don't want to pay attention to jobs. They're paying attention to inflation, and they're worried about the like 12-month outlook for tariffs. It's stupid. I'm trying really hard not to swear. I don't like Powell right now. I think he's a douchebag, and I hope somebody punches him in his stupid face. Crypto Spaces, Vikey, Odin said, nah, I don't think so. He's going to be hawkish. See, that's my concern now, is that I was joking before that they're going to raise rates. They might actually have a reason to raise rates now. Permabull here. Everyone's broke. Crypto is the life-changing space. Yeah, I'm still going to be a Permabull. Could just be a nothing burger tomorrow. That's probably what they're going to do. The biggest, like, blue-balled event ever. But will Powell even talk about the monetary policy tomorrow? Or will he just open and just dip? That'd be funny. Jobs numbers today weren't great either. Not horrible, but still under what was expected. Yeah, they're supposed to lower rates. When job numbers are horrible, they're supposed to lower rates. We've been getting projected job numbers. They're like, oh my gosh, they've been amazing. Their job numbers are amazing. They're amazing. They're amazing. And then they revise them. Like today, they're like, oops, uh-oh. They're actually bad. They're bad. They were bad. And then right now they're bad. So all of the let's keep rates higher for longer was based on this, and in reality, this is what we were given. So it's time to change base, Powell, and lower interest rates, because your soft landing is gonna implode soon, and it's gonna cause some stuff to break a little more than it's already been breaking. Like stuff's been breaking, dude, and it's. I don't know. I feel like it's just willful neglect at this point. It's just silly. But I'm not an economist, you know. Who am I? Let's just renovate the basement for $50 billion. It's fine. I like that they're like inflation, and then they're like, but also we need a basement. It's so funny, dude. It's cracking me up. They can get the same job done from home. Am I wrong? Because you know they live in big lavish houses. So, total 3. Is down 2.05%. We are currently still above 1 trillion, which is really nice. We're at 1.01 trillion. As long as we hold above 1, I'm happy. If we do break below it, it's not the end of the world, but I do like that we're holding above 1, and I'm gonna stick to it. I think my breakout is just wrong now. Unfortunately, I'm gonna leave it here, but I'm kind of sad that it is wrong. So we'll see if we end up breaking 1 trillion. I suppose I would look for a reaction around 960. We got 20 minutes remaining until the daily close contest. So make sure you guys stick around for that. That was weird. There's like a metal thing, and I touched it, and I was like, why is that wet? But it was just cold. So yeah, total 3 looks really good right now. But again, it is kind of like a top-ish pattern, and I don't want to see it break down, and we might. So something to keep an eye on. ADA is down 3.36% on the day, currently trading at 85.14. It seems to want to like double bottom right here in the midpoint in between 80.80 and 89.74. If it does do that, I would like to see it break 90, but if it breaks down, look for 80.80 support. We have not quite gotten to that point yet, so we'll see where she takes us. SNEK is down 3.33%. Also a little double bottoming action. We had a temporary trend line here, strictly based on these double top, triple top thing right here. So that, I think maybe we can solidify as a big point of contention now, because we got a hit off of it and bounced right here. If we do break below that, look for 43.08. I'm gonna go ahead and call it right now. We're probably going down to 4 with SNEK, so just keep that in mind. XRP is down 3.26%. We broke below 3, which was bad. This was our forever range. We broke below it, retested, confirmed, bearish, and we're continuing to the downside. Very uniform dump, though. I will say these candles, very, very uniform. Whenever that happens, I don't know. It's just it's a weird scenario. Now we got something similar here, so I don't want to see the hesitation and then the giga dump, and I'm afraid that might happen. Especially there's some, I don't know, would you even call it FUD? There's some sketchy news coming out of Washington regarding the Russia-Ukraine thing, where Trump like stepped away. He like removed himself or something, and that has me mildly concerned, because you know everyone loses their minds whenever anything happens over there, even though it's been the same thing for like 3-4 years. Nobody actually gives a crap. But if there's new headlines about it, people freak out and they sell everything. Like something is actually going to happen. Tom Selleck said, everyone is raising prices now because of tariffs. A bunch of announcements today about that. If it wasn't for the tariffs, they would have already cut. So you can blame Powell, but Trump has some blame. Oh yeah, it's not entirely Powell's fault. And I'm sure if Trump didn't open his mouth and go, I don't like Trump, I don't like Powell, he's a dumb idiot, they probably would have lowered rates as well. But it is what it is. Japan raising car prices, Sony raising PS5. PS5's a dying breed anyways. I think it's junk. Viking Odin said, I've never had churros. Doge seems to be holding well. Crypto Spaces said, last year was such a great market. Those times will come back. Waterfly said, always so few likes. You guys smash the like button. We got 23 people watching right now. Can we get 23 likes? Crypto Spaces said there will be a time when we go up on alts forever. I think it's just going to be next year. I think we're going to be stuck waiting until 2026 at this point, but we'll see. Yeah, XRP, we're going down. Let's see if 275 holds. Otherwise, 250. We're getting into a point where it becomes psychological. The zones that we want to look for. We could technically still pull back to 234. We never really retested that when we broke out, so this might be that retest. Who knows, man? Okay, HBAR is down 2.73% on the day. We are getting a reaction around our 234 level, which we were looking for a pullback on when we originally broke below our purple trend line back here. So it's nice getting that pullback and that touch finally. Are we going to get a bounce? That'd be nice. We do have a higher low, which is nice. Our RSI looks okay. I'd like to see it hold above the moving average. And your momentum wave, you had a red dot. And it's pointing to the downside. But you got green candles right now, so could potentially expect a reversal. SWE is down 3.94% on the day, getting a potential reaction at 342, which is a previous point of contention based on previous price action. Are we going to get a bounce here? It is below 342. It's at 341.84 right now. RSI did cross bearish over the moving average, and your momentum wave is also pointing to the downside. So if we continue down, 325 should be the next point of control, so keep an eye out. Ondo's down 3.45% on the day. Ondo broke below 95.35, which we've talked about a million times. This is a very important level for Ondo. We got rejection off of our purple trend line, bounce off of 95.35, fake out above $1, bounce, rejection, and a bounce at 90, and a rejection again at 95.35. Is it going to bounce again at 90? Is it going to bounce a little bit higher? Or is it going to break 95.35? Or I'm sorry, is it going to break 90 and then head to 84.84? And even if it does break 90, maybe it's a little fake out. Let me go back up. It's kind of anyone's game here with Ondo in particular. What I don't want to see is a lower low. So if we do break below 90, I would love for it to bounce before it got anywhere near 86. I guess I would want it like 88 would be my bottom line. If we got below that, it's getting a little too close, a little too dicey for me to take that into consideration. And a lower low is not the end of the world. It's just one of those things that's really obvious, and you can avoid some pain if you pay attention and maybe don't ape into a long if you see a lower low on a medium-term time frame like that. Macro time frame, you still got plenty of room. You could go all the way down to 72. You could technically go all the way down to 67, but I would prefer 72. So we'll see what happens. RSI bearish over the moving average. I think we talked about that. Arrow's down 7.22% on the day. We got a lower high rate here. It did rebound really nicely off $1.23, but we are heading back towards it. If we break $1.23 and continue to the downside, dollar's definitely in the cards. We're probably going to see it break below, retest, confirm bearish. I don't want to see what we saw on XRP, where we get these really uniform dumpy candles and then it just boom, you get that giga dump, because those are the scary dumps. I don't know what caused that on XRP, but it's pretty frightening. Giovanni said, what's up, Ondo? Giovanni, smash the like button. Appreciate you for joining. Happy Thursday. Tomorrow's DCA day, guys. I have an accent. I don't know what's happening. My jaw hurts. I think I've been clenching in my sleep or something. Cheers. Happy Thursday. Tomorrow is DCA day. which is exciting because that means money. And we like money, believe it or not. Crypto people enjoy money. Dream Tank said, what if it pops for one day, then everything goes crazy, everyone gets rich, and then the new bear market starts the next day, and everyone that was on the sidelines will get wrecked, and holders will win once again. That's probably what's going to happen. I vividly remember last bull market showing my fiance my phone. I was like, check this out. She's like, that's how much money you have? And I was like, uh-huh. And she goes, you should sell some of that right now. And I was like, well, no. What if it goes up more? And she goes, what if it doesn't? And I was like, well, it's probably going to. And no joke, like 2 days later, everything was plummeting. Most of my gains were gone. And then I was stuck in that looping mindset of like, oh, well, what if it's going to bounce any second now? And it never did. I just continued to DCA. I have round tripped so hard. But I will say, I have no regrets. I've thoroughly enjoyed the journey. And I'm pretty sure that's probably why I'm so addicted to crypto. And why I don't think I'll ever be unexposed to the market. Even when I take profits, I'm still going to have probably 10% exposure. Like he said, what's DCA day? That's just when we dollar cost average. Getting some extra cash for DCA days, huh? Every time, man. Vikey said dollar cost averaging day. Yes, sir. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said don't care anymore. That's the mindset. Unless you're being negative, then I love you. Tom Selleck said, when you screenshot your P&L, it's time to sell. See, I haven't done that yet. So yeah, Arrow, we talked about. Pinlink is next, down 6.94% on the day, getting a little close to 60. Anything below 60 we've seen react really nicely. Obviously, it's going to depend on how longer term the rest of the market acts. It does look very, this looks very uniform. I feel like once we get down here, it gets into a point where I'm probably going to start buying more. I'm liking the volume picking up tremendously. It did not do that before. Price went down, volume went down. Now price is going down and volume's going up. There's a telltale sign there. This went down and continued down. This went down, volume up. Is it going to continue up afterward? I don't know. I'm just saying, this time is literally different on the chart, so maybe something different happens. We'll see. It might just play out the exact same way, but regardless, you know, you got to have conviction. You got to take a little bit of risk. What's life without risk? Let's see if 60 holds. Otherwise, we enter the ultimate accumulation zone, in my opinion. Not financial advice. Render's down 420. Nice. Potential hold at 350. It does seem to be holding strong here. We got, what is that? Is that a gravestone doji? I don't remember. This is some kind of candle, and I think it's bad because the wicks are pretty high up towards the top, which means people are just selling like crazy. We got something similar here. It's almost like a tweezer top where you just get a sell-off afterwards. So I guess maybe look for that on render, break below 350. We should have some kind of support there, but if it gets ultra bearish, we did break below our purple trend line, and we retested it and confirmed it as bearish resistance. So there's a good chance we head towards 315 next. We'll see what happens. We got a bearish cross over the moving average on the RSI, and our momentum wave is also pointing to the downside. Not financial advice. Stellar's down 3.61%, heading towards our lower trend line of our accumulation range, which is 38-ish, 38.4. We never got above 52. We kind of danced around the midpoint right here, and that almost acted as resistance. So we got our double top, pulled back, double bottom, and then we did like a funky little like Batman Bart pattern, and that dumped, and we're now sitting at the lower portion again. So if we break below our lower support line, 32.13 is in the cards. Now last time we got a reaction at like 36. That I would just consider this like a fake out, little deviation below the lower trend line, overreaction from the bears, and then we got back up, retested, confirmed support, continued to the upside. Not enough momentum though. Volume was also incredibly lackluster compared to back here, and it has continued to decrease. Look at how much lower this is compared to here. So you need momentum, you need volume, you need conviction. We'll see if she breaks bearish cross over the moving average and the RSI, and your momentum wave is pointed to the downside. Polkadot is down 2.52% on the day. Crypto Spaces said, look at all that red. Yeah, that reminds me of that video, that little girl. She's like, look at all them chickens. Okay, Polkadot. Head and Shoulders frugal target is 353. If we continue to break, that is if this fugly Head and Shoulders is relevant at all. It is kind of a funky one, but I mean, it's there, and it kind of makes sense. I could also even just make this argument that we got that break, and then it retested, confirmed bearish, and is now continuing to the downside. So the target for that is 353. If 378 is lost, then we're for sure at least going to hit the purple trend line, which is down at 366. Not financial advice. Volume has been kind of a disappointment on Polkadot. It looks a little bit better here, actually, though, I will say. Over here, volume looks way better than it did right here. So, other than that, we're probably going down. Bearish cross over the moving average and the RSI, and momentum wave pointing to the downside. Bitcoin is down 5.36% on the day. The fractal might fail here. This might be the point of failure on the fractal, unfortunately. So that makes me a little bit sad. But at the same time, this is also giving me harmonic vibes, which I don't trade, nor do I know how to actually properly draw them. But I'm going to draw the shape for you here. Giving me harmonic vibes. What do we got? Potential double bottom at 83.27-ish. Otherwise, a lower low. Volume's dropping off a little bit. Bearish cross over the moving average. It is starting to curl up, though. Very vaguely, but it is starting to curl up. So we'll see if that ends up crossing bullish again. But right now, we're looking like we're pushing down. A break below 83.27, maybe midpoint. Reaction at 73. Otherwise, 61.94 is in the cards. And it's gonna get pretty funky down there. Bitcoin did not reach a new local high. Interesting, very interesting. So I'm wondering if I wanted to try to sell you this being like really bullish later on. I'm wondering if this is what is playing out right here, where you pump up like crazy, you dance around, you get a little pullback, everyone freaks out, and then you moon. Pump up like crazy, you dance around, you get a little pullback, and then you moon. Is it going to go all the way down to 61.94? That might be your little pullback zone. I don't hate it. So let's see what happens. There's a little hopium for the Fartcoin loyalists in the audience. JShoot 2.0 said, sup family, what's going on JShoot 2.0? Appreciate you. Smash the like button on your way in. Guys, we got 5 minutes remaining until the daily close contest kicks off. CAS broke below our ascending trend line. We did not get a bearish retest, which is interesting. We got a little reaction off of 0.082764. And what is that? Like a midpoint rejection, I suppose. And now we're kind of getting lazy and falling off again. Volume has slowly decreased over time and then plateaued. Your RSI, what is your RSI doing? Ooh, RSI may be getting a bounce. That'd be interesting. So let's see if this actually curls up. If it's going to follow the rest of the market, though, 82.76 would be the next break. But it doesn't look bad, actually. You could make the argument for a potential janky little inverse head and shoulders on the lower time frames here if you wanted to. Obviously, you'd have to let that right shoulder finish, but your momentum wave is, I mean, it's pointing to the downside, but it also looks like it could curl up just as easily. It's almost flat right now. I would just argue that it's flat. So, see what happens there. Avalanche is down 3.07%. Avalanche holding up really nicely compared to the rest of the market. Everything else is like completed its M. Avalanche is still kind of at that midpoint right now. So let's see if it catches up or if it just holds steady. It's been pretty strong. We do have a bearish cross over the moving average on the RSI, and your momentum wave is vaguely pointing to the downside. And we got kind of that uniform dump scenario going on here. So we'll see if that ends up being manipulation or otherwise. We kind of bounced around 22 and rejected around 23.61, which is a temporary point of contention that I'm going to solidify now because we got a reaction off of it. We originally put it here because we had kind of a support here, a little bit of resistance, and 2 points of support. Technically 3, 4, and then rejection. So I'd say that that's enough to solidify it as a point of contention. Rejection at 23.61, broke below 23.20, and we are at 22.74 right now, which is the midpoint in between 22 and 23.20. So let's see if it bounces. It's probably not going to, but we'll see. Not financial advice. We are continuing the downside along with everything else. The support levels are not being very supportive. Chainlink is down 6.65%. I have nothing bad to say about Chainlink. This thing has been just shredding to the upside. There's nothing quite like it. Like, Ergo's doing really good. Chainlink, though, just like the beast has been awakened in Chainlink. It went crazy, retested, went crazy. Is it just going to retest again? I don't mind that. Maybe a longer term pullback to 21.67. It's currently sitting at 24.68. Your RSI got a bearish cross over the moving average, and your momentum wave is pointing to the downside, but it is still in the upper portion of the chart, which is exciting. Could potentially remain bullish. I would actually, if that does end up being the case, then I think that that makes a pretty decent case for Chainlink maybe leading the altcoin market into alt season. That'd be pretty sick. But we'll see. We will see. We'll see what holds and what doesn't. Ladies and gentlemen, we got less than 1 minute remaining until the daily close contest. Near down 420. Let's see if we find support at 234, or maybe we get a little double bottom bounce at the same point. Pengu down 5.36% on the day. Let's see if it holds 29.98. Otherwise, 25.73 might be on the cards. Look for a reaction at 28 for that midpoint. Bitcoin currently trading at 112.309. We get down to the 1 minute time frame. Zoom in a little bit here. We are still holding that all-time high very nicely. We got 22 seconds remaining on the clock. Game page. Hey. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Okay. Am the dog. I will look at ARB for you after the daily close contest, which will be probably like 5 minutes after 8. So if you want to wait like 15 minutes and remind me again, then I'll happily take a look at that for you. Okay. Daily close contest. Ladies and gentlemen, get your guesses in. Also, don't forget to smash the like button. You got 21 people here watching. The like button requires smashing. Otherwise, I will no longer be able to live stream. All right, we got Tom Selleck's Goat coming in with a guess of 112.320. We got Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn coming in with 112.433.79. Cheers, guys. Happy Thursday. Appreciate you. Delicious. I had for dinner lasagna, homemade lasagna with fresh mozzarella. It was very delicious. Bike Yoden 112350. Mr. Tyler joining us for the 2 seconds. 112.169.69. I might start to enforce that time frame thing again, so that people stop showing up and then leaving. 112.420. Unless you're a channel member. Maybe I should make that another maybe I should make that another tier. Is that evil? That is kind of funny. Maybe it's evil. I'll just wait. I'm kind of excited. I have my camera set up. This is for a phone. It's just a tripod with a phone holding thingy and a fancy light that gets really, really bright. and there's like different brightness levels on it. So when I get my new phone, which is going to be like 3 or 4 years old, I'm drinking chai latte. Some people have lives, JJ. Well, that's too damn bad. I don't. Brendan Hilgen coming in with a 112, 277, 23. Did I get you already? No, I did not. Okay. Janix coming in. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. 112, 450, 02. Smash the like button. Like button smash. Smash button like. Button like smash. Yes. Giovanni coming in with 112, 380.32. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, you got 1 minute, 43 seconds remaining on the clock for you guys to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Bitcoin getting a little baby rebound here. Alts slightly less suck as the rebound continues. Don't forget to smash the like button. I feel like meet Kevin. House hack. House hack. Also, some other news, and then house hack. Error maker FPV. 112, 416. It kind of kills me too. It's like all these people have like random little page shill things. It kind of drives me crazy. Tyler coming in with 112, 569. Do I let him change? Ooh, maybe not. I don't know. Degener coming in with 112, 394. That Pulse player coming in with 113, 406. JSU 2.0, 112, 322. Is that right? 112, 322. Yeah. Tyler said I'm a channel member. I don't know if that means anything, though. Sometimes it's at my discretion. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Tyler's a channel member, so he just wins. Okay, Tyler, 112, 569. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 50 seconds remaining on the clock. Oh, no, actually, time's up. I'm sorry. I lied. Time's up. All right, let's get these bad boys up on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button because it requires smashing. If you don't smash it, then the channel just stops working. I will never be able to stream again. We got... Did I sort these? I did. Okay. That Pulse player with 113, 406. We got Tyler with 112, 569. We got Janix 112, 450, 02. We got Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn. Sometimes I'm just going to type your guys' names wrong, especially if I have 45 people participating. 112, 433, 79. We got Fahid, 112, 420. We got Error Maker with 112, 416. We got Degener 112, 394. We got Giovanni Fontes with 112, 380 and 32 cents. We got Vikey Odin. What is going on? With 112, 350. We got Select Goat with 112,320. JSU 2.0, 112,322 cents. What the hell? That's going to bug me. And last but not least, we got Brennan Hilgen with 112,277. What is happening? Why does that keep happening? 112,277.23. Cool, cool, cool. Beautiful. Bitcoin getting a little bit dumpy. Very close to Janix's number. We got 1 minute 53 seconds remaining. Uh-oh. Is this going to be our first $100 prize winner? Bitcoin currently trading at 112,451, 26, 45 seconds remaining on the clock. There's people running around outside, and it's really, really creepy. Tyler said, you better, or you'll be disgracing D's nuts. Tyler, I actually accepted your guess because I knew you were going to lose. 112, 451, and 26 cents on Bitcoin. It is $1.24 ahead of Janix. That would make Janix the winner closest without going over. But is it going to drop just enough to make Janix the first $100 prize winner? We shall see. If it just drops $1, would it be $1? Yeah, it would be $1, right? I don't know. 26. No, if it dropped 27 cents, then he would win the $20 prize. Bitcoin 112, 451, and 26 cents. Oh, going up a little bit. Janix still in the lead. 45 seconds remaining on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, it's getting spicy up here. 40 seconds left. 112, 464, and 6 cents. 112, 466, and 1 penny. Getting a little bit juicy. Bitcoin dominance, 59.53. Still below 60, which is exactly what we want to see. 112, 479, and 1 penny. 112, 487, and 30 cents. This bullshit. I'm gonna rug this stream. 14 seconds remaining on the clock. Getting very close to Mr. Tyler. This is a juicy one. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh! Ladies and gentlemen, the daily close for Bitcoin, 112,500 even. Oh my gosh! Congratulations, Janix, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tyler losing by 69 cents. Wow. Congratulations, Janix, on your victory. Holy shit. That was so fucking close. Wow. Congratulations, Janix. By a hair. That's awesome. That's so crazy. I'm telling you guys, after Hops lost by a penny that many times, my brain was like, I would never put change in my guess. Ever. Oh my gosh. Spam the bananas in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. What a crazy, crazy win. Wait a minute. Did my bananas just go away? What the hell happened to my bananas? Holy shit. Oh, that's crazy. Woo! Congratulations, Janix, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Janix is moving up the ranks, now ranked with Mr. Robbers with 11 wins. Congratulations, my friend. Let's transition. Very, very cool. Let me add Janix to our winners Google Doc. Tyler got a little too cocky. He probably would have won. The universe was watching, man. The universe was watching. You shouldn't have said mean words to me, Tyler. But it's not about you today, my friend. It is about Mr. Janix, the victor of the Daily Close Contest by 69-cent default. Congratulations, my friend. You've conquered the impossible. And wait until you guys see the prize, dude. Wait until you guys see the prize. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame. Janix won with 112,500. $112,450. That's so crazy. $112,450 and 2 cents. All right. Whew. Very, very close. Congratulations, Janix, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll, please? The winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 112,450 and 2 cents and an actual Bitcoin daily close of 112,500 even on August 21st, 2025, Mr. Janix's prize is a Johnsonville jalapeno cheddar brat. Congratulations, Janix, on your victory. Feel free to enjoy this delicious Johnsonville jalapeno cheddar brat with, if I may say so myself, beautifully adorned ketchup and mustard condiments. And if you look closely, you can see the cheese jizzing out the tip. This was my snack last night. It was quite delicious. You can eat it with your hands, eat it with a fork and knife. You can share it with your friends, your peers, your fellow competitors. You can share it with Tyler if you feel bad. Whatever you do, you are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations once again on your victory. Enjoy. For the first time since like last week, I think, perhaps the beginning of this week, Mr. Tyler lost a hot dog prize. What a crazy day. That would have been crazy if Tyler would have won. He wins like every hot dog, dude. Hit the last one, I think, was the first one that he hadn't won. That's awesome. Cheers. Congratulations, Janix. What a crazy win. Oh, happy Thursday, guys. Bitcoin, the ultimate rebound. That candle closed up 0.27% in the green. Insane bounce coming out of Bitcoin. The bull market is back. The bull market is back. Look at that. Look at that monstrous bounce. If I didn't point it out, you wouldn't see it because it's so enormous. Okay, we got some more charts to look at really quick. Congratulations, Janix. We went through Near and Pengu. Nothing to report. Pengu getting a little bounce off of 29987. Let's see if everything else bounces where it's at. They are at important levels. Most of them are higher low. Some of them are lower low. A lot of them are like break even with the previous dip from the other day. But we just got to keep our eye on them and see how they react. Definitely a lot of uncertainty in the market. I think everyone's literally just waiting for Powell tomorrow. We thought we were pricing in rate cuts. Now we're not sure. Then we were pricing in Russia-Ukraine peace. Now we're not sure. And we got a trade deal with Europe, and nobody really knows how to feel about it because tariffs are causing inflation suddenly. It's just goofy, man. It's a lot of politics, a lot of BS. Silver's chilling, 38.10. Not a whole lot going on. A little inverse middle finger pattern on the chart. Nothing really to write home about. DXY. Getting a little pumpy. It's at 98.59. This thing's been lingering at 98 for quite some time. MicroStrategy is down 1.97%. We are still looking to hold this 332 level. That is where I'm looking for my bounce off of my MW, which was my original target for my original MW right here. But I drew this, and we instead kind of got this monstrosity. So we'll see which one plays out, if any. It was oversold for a hot second, so we do have potential for a nice rebound. NASDAQ, getting a little dippy still, 23,143. Let's see, from the Pico top, NASDAQ is currently down 3.36. At one point, it was down 4.1. And S&P, down 0.4% on the day. From the Pico top, it is down 1.67. So nothing really crazy going on. Bitcoin dominance 59.5. OKB. Who wanted me? And the dog. Yes, Arb. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. Arb. Ooh, this looks coiled up. You got a beautiful MW, and then a break retest. What is that a break retest of? I think that actually looks really good. And then, I don't know, am I making stuff up? Absolutely. So you get a little bullish retest, pop, and then it's starting to coil up. This is 100% coiling up for something. Is it going to be up or down, though? That is the question. See, you could make it just a falling wedge. You could probably make it a symmetrical triangle. No matter what, you only have 2 points of confluence on top and bottom, so it's nothing really crazy to write home about. It's definitely getting brought to like an apex, though. It's being brought to a peak. What you don't want... See, I don't know, actually. I'm a little indecisive here. Because I've seen these things break out to the downside, and that's the fake out, and then it just immediately pops off like crazy. And I've also seen them just fail and die. But I do like the shape. Tyler said I can't get over it. I mean, it's a conversation for sure. That was crazy. That was actually insane. Now, Tyler, if you could do that again, then I will make you custom merch. But it would have to be like 69 cents for sure. Or a penny. One of those two. And I'll make you custom merch and send it to you. That was actually insane though. Like, I was not expecting that. 69 cents is nuts. Like he said, Jesus, OKB, just don't give a F. Can I check Doge? Yeah, I gotta fix Doge on my chart. Arb. I mean, longer term, whoa. We got a big boy falling wedge here. And it just broke out. Look at that. Not a lot of... You got 1, 2, 3 points of confluence up top. Technically 4 with this. And at the bottom, 1, 2, maybe 3, 4. So I quite like this. This might be a brilliant setup. And then you got that breakout, retest, confirmation. This could be something big for ARB. Not financial advice, but we'll see what plays out. All right, let's go take a look at Doge. I need to fix because my Doge chart just disappeared, I guess. Which sucks because I had a lot of data on that. They could have told me that it was going to go away. I don't know where I can get any of my stuff anymore. It's just gone. It's literally gone forever. Where was Doge? Right above near. I'm seeing head and shoulders. I'm seeing a break below, bearish retest confirmation. Obviously, take that with a grain of salt. It's head and shoulders. Head and shoulders, I've seen it play out perfectly before. I've seen it play out horribly. Majority of the time I see head and shoulders, I'm pretty sure it actually invalidates violently. The problem here is that is no longer an option because you did break that neckline and you did get a bearish retest. It might play out. If it did, my frugal target would be like 20. I would look for 20 on Doge. That's going to be my target for that. Head and shoulders. Outside of that, though, volume looks good. We know Doge is a household name. It is a lower high. Besides that, there's not really a whole lot going on in the chart. It's in a little baby uptrend, maybe. Maybe you can start to see a banana curve soon. Look for like September, October. Continuation of the upside. But yeah, that head and shoulder target, 20. We'll see if it gets there. I've been wrong about Doge in the past, so keep that in mind. I'm not Doge is one of those ones that's kind of hard to predict because it is the people's meme. People like Doge just the same as they like Pepe. And the dog said, thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you for smashing the like button and subscribing and telling your friends and family to smash the like button and subscribe as well. Fahid spammed one singular banana. Mr. Robert said, bull market never left. Janik said, that's not half bad at all. I'm taking it. That is a good looking dog. I was pretty proud of my ketchup and mustard skills. I don't like the bottles that like, the bottles that stay flipped upside down and they're like kind of wide. And you open it up, and then you have to, like, squeeze the shit out of it. And it just goes like, blah! Just, like, vomits all of the contents of the container onto your hot dog. Those ones, like, ruin my day. If we're outside, dude, if we're outside and somebody brought those stupid ketchup and mustard, I'll straight up just go on the ground. And then I'll go over my dog and let it go all over the ground elsewhere. So that way the beginning and end are just on the ground. And the middle part, the clean part, is on my glizzy. I don't like a dirty glizzy. I like a nice, well-organized, orchestrated wiener. You know? I don't want a sloppy wiener. Who wants a sloppy wiener? Why would you bring the sloppy wiener ketchup and mustard to an outdoor family gathering? It's just irresponsible. Don't even buy those ones. That's like borderline terrorism when you buy those stupid ketchup and mustard bottles. Why do they make them? Drives me insane. Also, really quick, since we're completely off the rails, off topic right now, I'm a Little Debbie enjoyer. I'm a Little Debbie connoisseur, if you will. I have noticed, and I don't know if this is why, but my brain connected the dots earlier. My Swiss cake rolls are a little bit melty when I go to eat them, and I'm like, I wonder if RFK made him take the bad shit out, and now it actually melts like chocolate is supposed to. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I wonder how long Twinkies take to expire now as well. It kind of makes you think. Makes you think. JWS Ventures said, Pengu green, everything else red, send it. What are you talking about? Everything's green. What time zone are you in? Pengu does look good, though. She did get a higher low reaction off of 29.98. So let's see if she actually continues to the upside. RSI is in a baby uptrend. We got a confirmed green dot way back here. That seems to have played out there, rejected off of 33.82. So we shall see. As always, we shall see. Nothing really reacting. Actually, Fartcoin's up 1.02%. Let's see if she can recouple to the Fartcoin fractal. Could you imagine being the fractal Farquad with the Fartcoin fractal? That would be pretty sick. Fractal Farquad's Fartcoin fractal. Say that 5 times fast. Okay, Bitcoin. Congratulations, Janix, once again. 112,699.99. Cool. Let's go through some news articles, guys. It's going to rebound to 114 again. I'm seeing a lot of people call. I think we're gonna dip below this old all-time high. I do. I think that maybe we get to like 110. I would like 110, honestly. I would love to double bottom at this old all-time high at 111,999, 112. That would be sick. But, you know, they got to shake everybody out, scare the Tom Lees and the Michael Saylors and all the other people that buy their stocks and stuff. They got to get the Reddit people to be like, oh, Michael Saylor's Ponzi scheme. He lost money in like 1990. Oh my gosh. They like lose their minds. It's kind of cute. Honestly, it might be the most adorable thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay, news articles. A Bitcoin OG holding 14,837 Bitcoin valued at $1.69 billion sold 670.1 Bitcoin, $76 million today, and opened massive longs of 68,130 Ethereum worth $295 million. A whale deposited 670 Bitcoin to Hyperliquid in the past 20 hours and sold it and went long on ETH across 4 wallets with positions totaling 295 million. On-chain tracking reveals this whale is a Bitcoin OG who received 14,000 Bitcoin 7 years ago from HTX and Binance at $7,242. Very cool. I do like that they're OGs from 7 years ago. That's not that long ago. Kind of really psychs you out. Someone want a hot dog and buns this time? Yes, sir. Actually, my hot dog and buns. That was Janix. This is my... I had this as a snack yesterday, like post-stream. It is a air-fried Johnsonville jalapeno and cheddar brat with perfectly applied ketchup and mustard, and a Kroger brand white bun. The bun is lacking, but it does not overpower either. You don't need a good bun when you got a wiener that's that good. You know what I mean? The bun is completely unimportant. It is a vehicle for the wiener at this point, at this caliber of wiener. That's all that it is. It's a formality. Next, we got the U.S. government wallets. This one's really interesting. I don't know why this would ever happen. Received 76.56 Ethereum worth $332,000 from Coinbase 4 hours ago and currently holds 65,232 ETH valued at $281 million. That one was weird to me. Tyler said better cheddar is best. I do enjoy better cheddar. I think that the... Yes, Tyler. Yep. You did not win a hot dog. This is the second time, too. The first one was like a week ago, I think, or earlier this week. It was one of them. It was the day after you won. Yeah, Tyler, you won on the 15th, and then Dremmer won the other hot dog on the 16th, which was my experiment. I think that was it. Otherwise, it was DGener on the 12th, which is the day after you won on the 11th. I don't know. Tyler wins too many times. We need some people to step up to the plate. It's not a hot dog, it's a brat. Okay. Anyways. I can't put my finger on why the US government would be receiving ETH from Coinbase. Maybe it's a bribe, who knows? Unusual Whales posted Vanguard suggests a 70% bond and 30% stock portfolio for the next decade. Per, I'm assuming that's Bloomberg, or buy, I don't know, BL, who knows. An insider spent 450,000 USDC to buy 1.89 million Yeezy at 24 cents via 2 wallets, then sold 1.59 million for $3.73 million at $2.12. This is Kanye West's meme coin that he launched last night, by the way. He still holds $510,000 worth with a profit of $3.4 million. To ensure he got it first, the wallet even paid $24,000 in priority fees. Yeah, this was all the same as every other meme coin. What do you expect? Every other celebrity meme coin. I don't know why people even buy into them at this point. It's just a gamble, and they always get wrecked. Federal Reserve reverse repo drops to the lowest in 1,596 days. What happens tomorrow? I'm not sure. That was posted 2 days ago. Nothing happened, so... Breaking: Trump has announced his withdrawal from the peace negotiations involving Putin and Zelensky. This one had me a little standoffish today. European Union and the United States have reached a trade deal and a joint statement outlining terms. Tariffs. 1. U.S. to impose 15% tariffs on most EU imports. 2. U.S. to lower auto tariffs once the EU passes matching tariff cut legislation. 3. From September 1st, U.S. will apply only MFN tariffs on EU aircraft parts, generics, chemicals, precursors, and scarce natural resources. 4. EU to eliminate tariffs on all U.S. industrial goods and grant preferential access for U.S. seafood, agriculture, energy, and tech purchases. 1. EU to buy $750 billion in U.S. LNG, oil, and nuclear products. 2. EU to purchase at least $40 billion in U.S. AI chips. Investment and cooperation. 1. EU firms to invest $600 billion in U.S. strategic sectors by 2028. 2. Both sides to negotiate rules of origin to ensure benefits remain bilateral. 3. Exploring cooperation on steel and aluminum market protections. 4. Joint commitment to tackle digital trade barriers. EU pledges not to adopt network usage fees. And 5, considering measures for secure supply chains, including tariff rate quota solutions. Cool. Tidal Trust 2 has filed with the SEC to launch leveraged ETFs tied to XRP and Solana. Very cool. $2.1 trillion Alains says Bitcoin is a credible store of value and in the forefront of long-term portfolio constructions. Wall Street accepting reality. Huge. We got a couple of these different ones today from the Fed rate cut odds changing throughout the day. 9 hours ago, we got the probability dropping to 75%. Americans set to pay more for cars, coffee, and clothing as average U.S. tariff rate jumps to highs not seen since the Great Depression. Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook says she will not be bullied to step down. I'm pretty sure she's going to prison, or at least she should, because she filed a primary residence in 2 different states within 1 year, which is literally fraud. And if you and I did that, we would go to prison. So fuck her. The United States announced its trade deal with the European Union, imposing 15% tariffs on $750 billion investment deal. President Trump's $464 million civil fraud penalty vacated on appeal. Odds of Federal Reserve lowering interest rates in September fall to 57%, according to crypto prediction platform Polymarket. Department of Justice calls on Fed Chair Jerome Powell to fire Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook over mortgage fraud allegations. It's not even an allegation, it's literally true. Tyler said, I'm glad I didn't win. The Department of Justice says it will not target developers that create decentralized crypto platforms without criminal intent. I like that. CFTC launches Crypto Sprint Initiative to advance President Trump's digital assets agenda. Marty Party posted the CFTC Crypto Sprint Initiative announced by Acting Chairman Caroline D. Pham is a U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission effort to fast-track the implementation of recommendations from the President's Working Group on Digital Asset Markets. Basically, they're going to hurry up and get shit done. This one's kind of exciting for me. We all know Ethereum leads the altcoin market, and it will march us to victory with alt season. We got, Tishu will like this, an ETH BTC chart with a bull flag breaking out and holding 37.57. Let's actually go look at that. Ooh, I'm liking it. I'm liking what I'm seeing. What do you think of this, Tishu? Ooh, come on, man. You can't make this stuff up. Okay, it's a descending broadening wedge as well. It seems. Maybe you gotta look at it in log scale. But this is exciting to me. Now, I do see it looks like it's rejecting whatever this yellow trend line is, which I'm assuming I put on there forever ago. I'm completely unaware of what it's from. Yeah. So ETH BTC dropped tremendously. Whoops. And it broke below that trend line, which went all the way back to like the dawn of time. The dinosaurs. Since the dinosaurs roamed the earth. It broke below that, and it tried to get above it, and it almost did. We kind of set our own new trend line, which only establishes 2 points of contention instead of 4. The yellow has 4, the blue has 2. But the yellow are struggling to get above right now. What we need to do is get above that yellow trend line, I think. I like that we broke above this and held it, though, on the daily and the 4-hour. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Next, we got euphoria stems from herd behavior, where rising prices attract inexperienced investors, leading to overvaluation. I really liked that explanation for euphoria. This is why prices become irrational. Inexperienced investors hop on the bandwagon late, aka FOMO. Furthermore, posts on X during crypto peaks, late 2021, often show retail investors celebrating gains or predicting absurd price targets, a hallmark of euphoria. Absurd price targets? I laughed when I read that because I've seen it on here, read it again, and be on the lookout for it. Read it again. Mr. Robert said, I like dinosaurs. I like dinosaurs as well. TechDev posted, every Bitcoin top was marked exactly by a red bar top. We're not even out of the green. Very cool. Exciting stuff. On-chain sleuth detective. That's quite a typo. Links Yeezy sniper wallet to Libra insiders. Nearly $23 million extracted across both launches. Nansen and Cyver's confirmed wallet overlaps. Interesting. Alert, a victim lost 783 Bitcoin worth $91.4 million in a social engineering scam impersonating exchange and wallet support. Stolen funds are being laundered via Wasabi per Zach XBT. Be careful out there, guys. People will do literally anything to get their hands on your money, on your crypto, on everything they can get their hands on. Be careful. Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index now at 50. This one I was cracking up at. People who bought Bitcoin at 15K in 2022 is down 10.89%. They're crying on the surface, but underneath they're up 900%. This one was also good. Retail traders, speculators, freaking out. Holders just chilling, meditating next to the plane crash. Altcoins. Did you know that altcoins have been forming a falling wedge for more than 4 years? Patience, we haven't seen anything yet. I firmly believe this. I don't know if I believe in the falling wedge specifically, but I do believe we have seen nothing yet. And then last but not least, we got Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell is scheduled to speak at Jackson Hole Economic Symposium tomorrow, Friday, August 22nd, 2025 at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will play it live in the office space with commentary and trading cues, so feel free to tune into that on Marty Party's X. Otherwise, I'm sure you can just watch it on YouTube without any nonsense. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be at work, but it is what it is. That Pulse Player said, yeah, whatever happened to those crypto bills I remember hearing about, feel like they just disappeared. I think they passed. I think they all passed. Crypto has like the green light from the federal government to do whatever the hell we want, as long as we're not blatantly like defrauding, tax evading, stuff like that. I think the one that cracks me up the most is XRP like defeating the SEC like once a week. They're like, the case is closed. We're no longer gonna ever talk about the case ever again because it's done. And then next week they're like, the SEC closes the case against XRP. We're no longer ever going to hear about the case again because it's done. And then another week, they're like, XRP defeats the SEC in its long drawn out case, and we're no longer going to hear about it because it's done. Every time it comes out, I'm like, didn't this just happen? Why do they keep talking about it? And it's different every single time. I don't know how many cases they have, but if I see it again, I'm going to freak out. I'm going to have like a mental breakdown. Because I swear to God, they're gaslighting me into thinking I'm forgetting things all the time, and I'm not. That case has ended like 14 times. I swear. Congratulations, Janix, once again. Let's do a quick portfolio update. Our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is down $92. This portfolio is actually ADA and Sol are the only two in profit. ADA's up $11. Sol is up $8. Render, Ondo, Doge, Proppy, Fetch, Near, Shib, and Aptos are all dragging her down. Mr. Roberts said, gotta run, JJ. See you, bro. See y'all. Stay good. Peace. Take it easy, Mr. Roberts. Appreciate you for stopping by. Happy Thursday. Good night, my friend. So, ADA and Sol. This kind of honestly goes to show you what you should be investing in, at least right now. And what's going to be interesting, too, is watching these flip one another as we go through the cycle of the market, the path to alt season right here. We're in Bitcoin right now. We're probably experiencing some phase overlap with Ethereum starting to outperform Bitcoin randomly. Eventually, it's going to start to outperform Bitcoin every single time, and then large caps are going to trickle in, and then we're going to have a full-blown alt season with everything popping off. And I feel like we're going to see that illustrated in this particular portfolio. It's going to be interesting to watch for sure. So after that, we got our narrative portfolio, which is my favorite and the most stable. This portfolio is made up of one meme coin, one artificial intelligence coin, one decentralized physical infrastructure coin, one real world asset coin, and one gaming coin. And it is absolutely killing it. Currently, we only have one asset that is negative. That is VeChain. It is down $14. Decentraland is up 29 cents. Fetch is up $13. Tau's up $17. And Pepe's up $49. So this portfolio has been the most stable. It is in profit $67 overall. So it's been holding up really well. And then our perfect entry portfolio, which we are dipping more. I'm not gonna get into it just yet because we did, I think, right here is when we bought in last. It might have been right here too. I don't remember. Maybe right here. Who knows? It was one of these dips. One of these most recent dips. We added to the perfect entry portfolio. So we're gonna hold off for now. We have 2 more assets to go, I believe. We are at 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 2 more to go. and we're gonna put a cap on the market cap for these last two, just like we did with the last one. The last one we added was the graph. This entire portfolio is voted on 100% by you guys. You guys pick the 4 assets that we vote on, and then I submit a poll in the chat. You guys vote on which one you want to add. Currently, there are 3 assets that are negative right now. We got Renders down $13, Crows down $9, and the graph is down just under $1. Sol is in profit 75 cents. Ondo is in profit $2. ETH is in profit $9. Sui is in profit $11, and Link is in profit $65. We just started building this portfolio like less than a month ago, meaning if you would have bought Chainlink, you'd be up over 65%, which is insane. Tom Selleck Scout said, what are you even talking about? Crypto has the green light from the government, even if you are defrauding and eluding taxes. Heck, they basically encourage it at this point. I don't know. If you're blatantly eluding taxes, I'm sure they'll get you. I'm not gonna encourage that on the channel. So Billy said, yo, I'm late, I know. What's going on, Billy? Happy Thursday. Cheers. Oh man, my jaw hurts. So yeah, the perfect entry portfolio, we are $68.44 in the green. It's looking good. I can't believe how great Chainlink's doing, dude. Chainlink is freaking me out. Bitcoin chilling. Little bit of a green push here. We might send a little bit, honestly. With all the people freaking out, everyone's scared of their own shadow. Jackson Hole coming tomorrow. We might get a nice reaction here from the market. I will say I've been trading SNEK on Ourbit, and I've been doing really good, which is weird. Like, I might just switch to SNEK trading primarily. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said up 70% on Link. Hell yeah, that's awesome, dude. I've said it 1,000 times, like, since I started streaming. Look at Arrow's up 8%. Whoa. What in the world? Holy shit. Wow. See what I mean, dude? The volatility will get you. That'll mess you up. Somebody just before that just emptied their bags. They dumped everything. Maybe they opened up a short and it just went boop. And it hit my target. $1.50. Perfectly hit my target. Look at that. Jeez. That's crazy. Maybe we get a revenge pump here, man. That would kind of be max pain. Everyone's waiting for Powell tomorrow. If they just send it right now, no one's gonna know what the hell to do. They're all gonna be like, "Oh, I'm not touching anything right now, man. I don't know what's going on." That's crazy. I can't believe Arrow just exploded like that. That's pretty sick. Jeez. What's Chainlink doing? Chainlink's only up 9.93. Doge is up 1.24. Pengu's up 1.32. Barcoin's up. Chainlink's up 2.44. Arrow's just exploding, which is actually crazy. Cool. What was I saying? I feel like I was saying words and I don't remember. The Jackson Hole tomorrow. I don't know. Did we get some what's the opposite of a black swan? Is there such a thing as the opposite of a black swan event? Bitcoin dominance getting a little dumpy. Cool. Whew. Yeah, it's awesome. SNEK trading. I did briefly mention that I've been doing good trading SNEK. And I should primarily switch to that. And then we started talking about something else, and I saw that Arrow was up 8.5%. I was like, whoa. What in the world did we miss? Is it going to come right back down? Somebody had a big fat sell order right at my target. Was that one of you guys? That'd be pretty cool. I don't know, man. I don't remember. Go refresh our liquidation heat map for Bitcoin and see what we got. Congratulations, Janix, once again on your victory. And Link being up. Oh, yes. I've mentioned it a million times that Chainlink is the only oracle that is actually like trustworthy, so it makes sense that they're going to do really well. I used to meme on them for just announcing partnerships every other week that meant nothing, but there's a reason why they have those partnerships. We got 111,958. Yep. And then 110,792. Right there. Yeah. 113,207. Yep. Yeah, it's all the same. Okay. But yeah, dude, Chainlink doing good. It's not a surprise. It's just a surprise right now, like right this second. I feel like I always knew Chainlink was going to do really good during the bull market. I don't feel like we're in the bull market yet. So it doing really good right now is kind of blowing my mind. It seems like it's just returning to a fair value, honestly. Well, congratulations, Janix, once again. I want to take a look at Total 3. It's holding 1 trillion really good. Got a potential for an inverse head and shoulders here. I want to go to Total 2, actually. I also want to look at others' dominance. Okay, see, we got this interesting fractal here. Which, well, no. I guess I could squeeze it right there. No, I don't want to. So, it was accounting for some downside here, and then we start to linger up, and then we really get like a real alt season. Yeah, see, I think I just took this from back here. And if it's similar, then there's a good chance that it could play out relatively close to this. And even right now where it's at, it looks like it has the potential to perfectly play out that way. Let me pull this. I know there's only 2 points of confluence, but still. Look at that. So we had a little bounce around, broke below, above, retested, broke above, retested. Is that going to be what sends us? That'd be kind of sick. Your RSI. Okay, so this is a good comparison. Your RSI right where we're at is sitting below 50. It's actually right above 40. And last time it was here, price-wise, we were incredibly overbought. So the RSI has had a moment to reset itself on Total 2, which is the entire cryptocurrency market cap, excluding Bitcoin. So that's exciting for alts specifically. Let's go take a look at total crypto market cap. And then I'm going to look at others' dominance. We got a rejection at 413, which is literally my target for the breakout when we were eyeballing this flag. We measured the flag pole, which is just down here, just this part. And that's what the purple line is. And our target, our exact target was 413. And we hit that perfectly, like just the other day. I actually completely forgot about that until we hit that. And I was like, oh, target for breakout, what's that referring to? And I zoomed out because this was so long ago. We drew this back in July. June, July. So actually May, June, July. So who knows, man. But it's pretty cool to see it fulfilled. And then right now, I mean, it's right there, man. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to do this. So there's a trend line there. Ish. A little iffy. I guess I kind of like it. Yeah, just leave it right there. We got 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. Technically 4 if you count these as 2. Is that going to be the bottom for total crypto market cap? And even then, that includes Bitcoin, so Bitcoin could send it while alts bleed out a little bit. Arrow's up 9.25. Dude is just recovering that entire wick. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Whenever I'm kind of bearish, everything rebounds very nicely. Which is why I stopped doing anything. I have any kind of feeling. I'm like, oh no, I'm bearish. My brain's like, well, maybe we should take a little bit off the table. I'm like, nah, I'm just not going to do anything. And then it just rebounds and it's totally fine. I'm like, it's a good choice. Billy said, I'm looking at Arrow right now. Wow. Yeah, dude, that 10%. It's up 10% now. What the hell is going on? That's crazy. Are you kidding me? Wow. I have nothing else to say except for wow. Okay. Last but not least, I'm going to look at others' dominance. Okay. So a lot of people have been talking about others' dominance. There's definitely like a compression going on. Look at that. Wow. We should have been looking at this for weeks. That looks pretty perfect. What are we going to get? Are we going to get... Yeah, this is like a perfect symmetrical triangle. I don't know if I've ever seen one looking that good on the charts. That's crazy. So we got a nice bounce off of whatever this orange yellowy trend line is. Let me go to the higher time frame, see what I can see. Even higher, I guess. Let's go to the one, not the 1 month. Actually, the 1 month looks fine. Yeah. So we got a reaction there. But look at the volume. It exploded. Wow. So there's definitely like a... I could make an argument for bullish divergence on the monthly as well. Look at that. Ooh. Volume's exploding right now. Like sustainably increasing over time versus decreasing. 4-hour time frame. Okay, so it's a similar situation. We're at 7.71%. Last time we were here, I mean, besides the 18 times that we crossed over it while we were dancing around in this range, before this structure began, when we were right here, we were almost overbought. We were sitting right below 70. Now, currently, the RSI is dead center, 50. So it's not necessarily reset, but it is not overbought or oversold either. It's just literally right in the middle, which is really good. Nice setup for potential upside. We also got a waste management fractal in the middle here. That would have broken right there, though. So what do we got? A rejection, support. We're sitting right in the middle now. What's it going to be? I don't know. This is going to be a fun one to watch, I feel. Let's see if it breaks up or down. Obviously not right now. But momentum wave is a little spicy. Your RSI got a bullish cross over the moving average and retested and confirmed support, which is awesome. Yeah, let's see, man. Let's see what it becomes. Pretty exciting stuff. Bitcoin is chilling at 111,999.79. Nope, that is the previous all-time high. 112,667.28. Can you tell I'm a little bit sleepy? Arrow's up 11.5%. Whew, jeez. That thing's a beast. And I think that's it. I think we are golden, guys. Pray to Satoshi that we get some insane pump and I gotta jump back on for an emergency stream. Otherwise, I'll probably see you all tomorrow. I think I'm gonna call it. As always, Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Smash the like button on your way out. Happy Thursday and good night.